All right. So, Bahrain Grand Prix is done and dusted.
Mhm.
And we need to find some energy because we were trying to do some other stuff just now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Let me tell you,
It-
shout out to all the creators that live stream. Okay?
yeah, we'll figure that
Respect is
out.
due.
Hopefully by next week we'll figure it out. But
Bruh.
what a Bahrain Grand Prix! Like what an incredible Grand Prix! I said it'd be a mad one. I said it'll be action
Mhm.
packed. I loved, see what I mean, the qualification and what the starting grid ended up looking like. Everyone was everywhere. And like I said before, in a track like Bahrain where passing is very viable, yeah, we was in for a treat and a treat we had.
We
Um,
did.
before we go into all the malarkey and all the madness that has happened, like what was your thoughts on the race? Definitely
I
wasn't
loved
boring.
it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the fact that there was a lot of chances, for position changes.
Hmm.
It was exciting. I mean, the race for me started out real. I think I could tell where we were going when Max called Lando out. For,
Yeah. He's like, hey, he's not where, hey, he's past the line. He's like, hey, hey,
I was
you
like,
guys
oh,
can be like,
that's what we're doing today. All right. Lando, that's your best friend. All right. Hmm.
hey, that best friend thing needs to get thrown in the bin because Max Verstappen has done so much things that lets me know that that friendship
That is
is
not your friend.
one-sided. That's a one-sided friendship. That guy is in it for himself, which is so
So yeah,
funny.
that's how it started. And I was like, I'm here for the shenanigans. And I was
Mhm.
not disappointed. I wasn't
Yeah,
disappointed.
I mean, let's start with McLaren then. Let's talk about you. I mean, let's go through all the teams. Let's start with McLaren since we're on Norris. Um, where did the McLarens finish again?
So McLaren's finished today one P1 and P3,
Yeah,
with Mercedes splitting the difference. Uh, that was really nice to see. Uh, of course, they qualified, what is it, P1 and P6, with Norris qualifying P6 and Piastri qualifying P1. Par for the course, we kind of expected that, predicted that a few days ago. So yeah, that Piastri would definitely lock that up. It was his race to lose. So
yeah, yeah. I did say that as well, but yeah. I mean, I was a bit harsh on Norris. I was like, we know who number one driver is now, Oscar Piastri. But considering Lando Norris went from P6 to P3, we got to put some respect in his name. He did well today. Um, yeah, he did really well today. Oscar Piastri is just, do you know what I mean? The fastest car on track right now, and he's proving that if you put him in a good car, he's gonna be able to extract some pace out of it. You know what I mean, he's gonna be able to do his thing. So yeah, shout out to the Aussie. No, is it Aussie, New Zealand or Australia?
what is he? What is he? Australian or
He's
they?
Australian, yeah. I'm saying it's Aussie Australian. I'm too
No,
lethargic.
they're two different.
I'd say
Aussie is Australian, not New Zealand.
okay, cool. Well, shout out to the Australian Oscar Piastri for having an amazing race. And shout out also Lando Norris because he was he was very, very close to passing George Russell. Even George said after the race, he's like, if I have one more lap, no, no, George Russell was saying if Lando Norris had one more lap, he would have passed me. Because at the time, George Russell was on soft tires. This is a whole nother thing as well. The situation was crazy. Um, yeah, the tire situation was crazy. The only person that had a cruise through Grand Prix was Piastri. Everyone else was just trying a thing. The
Pretty
degradation was
much.
crazy. Um, no one loved the hard tire as well. That was so funny. Everyone got the hard tire. I was like, what the hell is
What the
this?
hell is this?
What the hell is this? Which was so funny. It's just interesting to see like how all the drivers face a similar thing based on the tires. But yeah, no, I think both McLaren, you know what I mean? McLaren are
Yeah,
the
but
team.
we think Lando had a good race. Does Lando think Lando had a good race?
I think he
Did
should
you
be
see
happy.
the post race interviews?
I think the only reason why he would feel like kind of butthurt is because it's becoming harder and harder to deny that Piastri is the guy.
You might be
Shall
right.
I don't think he's. I mean, he had a great race. He had a great.
Yeah,
Right
he
now,
did.
Lando Norris is still leading the championship. The only reason why he'd be upset is because either he's butthurt about understanding that actually it's not so much he's number one driver in McLaren, or he could be upset about Max Verstappen, his best friend, snitching on him. Um, I don't know. It could be either or, but he has no reason to be. He has no reason to be down based on his performance today. He did really well.
I
I mean,
agree. I was when they were doing the post race interviews. At one point, they said to him, "Oh, you're still leading in the driver standings," and he was like, "Really?" Like he was so shocked. He's like, "I don't know how." I was like,
yeah,
"You did it. What do you mean you don't know
yeah,
how?"
yeah, yeah. Yeah, also he said something that was kind of like really telling as well. Like, George Russell went on the radio and was like, I think like because he was on the soft tires and he had like 24 laps or 23 laps to do. He was on the radio, he was like, I
And
don't know
he
if I'm
was giving strategy that George was
he,
going to be fine. I was
he was
like,
like, yeah, yeah. He was like, George Russell was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive 24 laps on the soft tires. And then McLaren went into the radio and spoke to Norris and was like, George Russell's feeling not so confident about the soft tire. He doesn't think he's gonna do last 23 laps, 24 laps. And Norris was like, "No, he's
"No,
pretty, he's good."
yeah, it's going to be good." I was like, "Okay, I
I
read it."
mean, he's gonna be good. That for me, even if I think he might be good, it's like that's a
I'm not
reason.
saying that shit.
I'm not
Like, I'm
saying
keeping it to myself.
he's being. I think he's kind of like dejected. You know, when someone's like unnecessarily realistic. Do you
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Glass half full.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
I think that probably comes from understanding his position at McLaren. Like his biggest threat right now isn't someone from another team; it's his teammate.
I agree.
Someone he has to smile with. So. That's what I think we're seeing in his post race interviews. But shout out McLaren, they'll figure it out. Yeah, they're the guys to beat. So, any other thoughts on McLaren?
No, I think, I mean, at this point, the championship is definitely theirs to lose
Yeah, for
either
sure.
way. So,
For sure.
it should be interesting to see where this goes in the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to figure out if it's because it's like a triple header why Lando seems a little, discombobulated. Maybe it's a little bit of fatigue, maybe the heat. It could be a lot of things. But it's 3 weeks straight, so I can see how that might.
Yeah, yeah. But these guys, if I don't trust me, if Lando Norris is winning, if he's in pole position every qualifying and he's winning every race, I'm telling you, he's got energy.
You're right.
It's not. I think and his ego is taking a bruising right now. So that's what we're getting in his radio messages.
Hmm.
That's what we're getting in his post race interviews. That's the energy I think. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
Mercedes,
absolutely.
Mercedes, Mercedes,
Yes.
Mercedes, Mercedes. Well George Russell kept his position. That guy will never move up. He will keep that position he qualified in or move backwards. That's just George Russell. He almost lost it today. Crazy.
Yes, he did.
George Russell, actually, George Russell, I'm chatting rubbish now because George Russell didn't start in P2.
He did not.
No,
No, he did not.
he started in P4.
George Russell started in P3.
No, it must have been P4. No, was it
Was it
P4? Was it
P4?
P3? Let me double check. Let me double check.
So I'm on F1's, starting grid.
Oh, it was P3. It was P3. You're right. It's not gonna be second guessing you after we've had our conversation about where it was. That's so funny.
You're tired. I understand because it's like mad late over there. I totally understand.
Yeah, so
Um,
he qualified
yeah.
P2, but he started in P3. So he did move up a position.
Did you
Uh,
enjoy his drive? I think he did exceptionally well considering.
yeah, George is good. George is good. George is good. He's good. Um,
I
yeah,
appreciated his little jokey joke about the steering wheel. He's like,
yeah, no, he's cool.
like as long as it doesn't come off, we're good.
I've got a question though. Do you think he
Yeah.
would have kept that position if there was no safety car?
No,
I think that
no.
safety car gave a lot
Save
of
his
people.
ass. Yeah.
It saved a lot of people's asses. Um, yeah, that safety car was crucial for his
Hmm.
race. crucial because that's when he changed to the soft tire.
Exactly.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know if I have confidence that he would have kept the position,
yeah,
especially when you see towards the end of the race, like how much defending he had to do to
yeah,
keep Lando behind him.
for
Like
sure.
you see, he had to like really fight to, you know, with all everything that was going on in that damn car, and him having to you know, kind of manage that on top of defending the position. I think he did exceptionally well, you know, keeping calm and not panicking and having some type of levity.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna dig too much on George Russell. Because he is a great driver. He's a stellar driver, and he's one example of a guy that's like he's got a rookie on his team, but he's definitely cementing he's the guy at Mercedes right now with
I
his
agree.
qualifying pace and also how consistently around the top five he is um in every race. So yeah, I know he's gonna be accumulating points. It'll be really interesting to see where he's at points wise midway through
Yeah,
the season because he's gonna keep accumulating points. It's a good thing they don't give you points for like where you qualify because
facts.
he would be racking up right now. And his
Kimi,
teammate,
Kimi qualified fifth,
mhm.
finished 11th.
What happened there
I
though?
don't know.
I think like he was passing a lot of people, and I think they were saying like turn four. He'd found a place like around turn four where he's like that's the place where he's using to like pass people. Um, it was really good. It was really nice to see him kind of get some overtakes in there. But I think if I mean I could be wrong, but I think where his race was compromised was where it's just to do with the pit stops. I
Hmm.
think when you go into the pit, I think if I recall correctly, I think he went into the pit stop and he came out and he was behind a bunch of people, like a load of traffic.
Hmm.
And also when the safety car came out, he didn't get his pit stop early. Um, but again, I could be wrong. I'm just trying to remember back because so much stuff happened in that race.
Yeah, I
Also,
honestly don't remember what happened.
he was one of those people that was really kind of like he had the black and white flag a lot for like exceeding the track limits. Um, so maybe that's another thing to double check. Maybe he
That is
might
true.
penalize with like a 5 second penalty or something like that. I don't know if he did, but apparently there was a thing where like he may have been shown the black and white flag like
One too many times.
yeah, one too many times. Like he'd been shown it and then he went over track limits again. I remember they were talking about it. Commentators and that. But yeah, unfortunately, because I think he had a great race, but unfortunately, yeah, he went way, way back. Considering what did he qualify?
P5. Did I say
P5,
five? Yeah, P5.
P5.
Mm-hmm.
He was in six places. That's not good.
Uh, Fortunately, wait, what did this say? Pitted onto the softs. Just a few laps before. Yeah, it's the combination of the pit to the soft and then the safety car.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
being around traffic. It was really interesting to see, like, there was a point in time where Lewis Hamilton, like, passed Antonelli, and it's like, they were like, yeah, that's the exact car that Lewis Hamilton was driving last year that he
Mm-hmm.
should have passed.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet, isn't it? Um, but yeah, shout out Mercedes and shout out Antonelli. Even though this was not a great race for him, I know he's gonna have some great races
I
because
agree.
he's got a lot of character about him. Yeah, a lot to like about Kimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, before we go into like Ferrari, do you think the Mercedes pace? Do you think the Mercedes will ever be able to catch up to the McLaren pace in terms of like, what do I mean?
Um, you mean during the season?
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah. More than 10 races left.
Yeah,
I think it's possible. I
I
think
mean it's
from
the same.
clearly the car, you know, has potential because George Russell just did all of that with, you know, steering issues.
Yeah.
So like, I, th there was a point in the race. I think it was around lap 19, lap 20 when I looked at the the scroll on the side of the
Hmm.
screen, and I was like, why is George in 20th place? I was
Yeah.
like, did I miss something? And I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, but that don't. And then literally as soon as I noticed it, they said that he was having issues and that, like that none of the cars could see him, essentially, is what, electronically, none of the cars could see that he was there. And that's when we figured out that he was having issues with the DRS and all that stuff. And
Really?
I
I
was
didn't
like,
even
well,
clock that. I didn't
yeah,
clock
listen, it was a little nerve-wracking because I'm sitting there watching it and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, is F1 TV glitching again?" Because it does that to me. Even
that.
it doesn't matter what TV I watch it on, and it's so infuriating. And I'm gonna find some time to figure out what is going
You need
on
to get out of
because
the
this
US.
F1,
They
me
don't like Formula
having
One.
listen, this app is the bane of my existence, and I depend on it so highly. Anyway, I digress. So I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, "Is it glitching again? What the fuck is going on? George can't be in 20th place. I'm watching the race right now. Like he's literally not how." And then they say, "Oh, he's having issues. Seems like there's something going on with the steering wheel." And then they said that he can't detect anyone else's DRS, which means no one else can detect his. So in all actuality, his malfunction was also affecting Lando because Lando couldn't tell whether or not he was in the DRS zone. So
Okay.
it
Really? But they know where
yeah.
the DRS zones are because it's like it
I
says on
mean,
the side of the
well,
track.
you know how it
Mm.
can automatically pick it up? That
Gotcha.
how your car can
It's doing it manually.
automatically sense that that it's, within. But if the telemetry is not working,
Gotcha.
it's not
Yeah.
able to recognize that. So you have to visually recognize that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what the race engineer was telling George was that I'm gonna I'm we can reset it, but it would have to be manual. So I would have to tell you when you're in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
saw
then
that.
you would have to activate it. And George was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, tell me on the back straight," because he couldn't do it. He wasn't in, range then. So yeah,
Yeah.
they have to basically, go, what do you call it? Analog versus
Yeah.
digital.
Manual. I'll say two things on that though. Two things I'll say is well done, George Russell, because after the race, like he was facing potential penalty, potentially
Hmm.
facing a penalty. But the way he explained it, he was like, yeah, I tried to click on the radio and then the DRS opened, but I literally closed it straight away. And
Yeah,
I even like pulled back as well, so I lost more time than anything.
then I was supposed to.
He,
Yeah,
he explained it and I was like, you know what? He explained it to the public in a post-race interview. I was like, they can't find him.
there's no way.
There's no way. And the second thing I was also going to say is there was a lot of issues this race, even like with Red Bull and the light change. You know what I mean, it being
Hmm.
red and it
I was
staying
like,
red.
"What the hell is going on?" When he did
Yeah,
that little, I was like, "Why?"
yeah,
And then I noticed. I was like, "Oh my God, why is the light not changing?" And
yeah,
you're kind of looking because you don't have a complete bird's eye view, but you're looking off to in the distance to see on his left is there a car coming up pit lane. You don't see a car, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
yeah.
Why we stopped
Crazy.
here?
Yeah, no, that a lot of things went wrong. A lot of
And
things
then
went.
Yuki comes in, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it was just like a malfunction on their particular pit lane area. A malfunction with the lights. So that was unfortunate for them. Like Red Bull
Hmm.
had, but we'll get to Red Bull in a second. Let's go to Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Ferrari, where did they start and where did they finish?
They started with Leclerc in P2
Mm,
and with Hamilton in P9. They
wait.
ended with Leclerc in P4 and Hamilton, driver of the day, P5.
All right. First and foremost, I love Lewis Hamilton, but he wasn't driver of the day. I was gonna put that out there. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's so weird, like watching a Caucasian dominated sport, and someone says, "I don't know if Lewis Hamilton was driver of the day," and immediately I mean, my activist spidey senses were tingling. I was like, "No, he
Like, what do
was."
you
And
mean?
I looked back and I was like, "No, he wasn't. You're right.
No,
He wasn't." Um,
no,
but
no.
you know what? Another thing I was thinking, I really want to see a Ferrari on a podium in a race, like in a race, not in a sprint. I was kind of looking forward to seeing like Leclerc on the podium, but yeah, not this time.
Nope.
Um, Leclerc did well. Leclerc had a good race though.
I mean,
Leclerc,
he did all he could do,
yeah,
considering you had George, who was not about to concede defeat at any point, given point, like even with a busted steering wheel.
yeah,
Oscar was not trying to fall back. And like Lando, I feel like even though he was down on himself, he still knows he has it. He's just a little,
yeah.
forlorn right now. In my head, I'm like, did you and your girlfriend break up? Are y'all in a fight or something? Like, what is that?
You be taking it personal. You taking it
But you
personal.
look like you're taking it a little personal, sir. Like, what's
Oh
going
my
on?
God.
Like, come on.
Actually, I should correct what I said. I said Leclerc had a good race. Ferrari, both of them, both the drivers had a good day today.
They did.
The reason why I said Leclerc had a good race is because he kept Lando Norris behind him for a very long time.
Hmm.
Could have easily been, do you know what I mean, an open and shut case, like,
Hmm.
but yeah, he was using that battery so well. Um, and I think Leclerc was on the hard tire at the
Yeah.
end.
Didn't he start out on the hard tire?
Nah, he wanted to change the hard tire earlier, but nah, it didn't happen. I think they changed the hard tire late. Was it? Yeah, yeah. He was on a
Mhm.
hard tire, and everyone hates the hard tire. Everyone hated the hard tire today. So to not only keep Lando behind you for that long on a medium tire using your battery, he had no DRS. Lando had DRS
Mhm.
on the track that is like known for overtaking. Leclerc did his thing. So well done, Leclerc. And also, Hamilton, like you started in P9. You moved up all them places. Um, I know you hated that hard tire. He even said it on the radio. He's like, this hard tire sucks. He's like, this tire sucks. Um, but he did his thing. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for Ferrari. Like, finally, it's something has gone their way. Um, so yeah. And also after the race, Lewis Hamilton said that he was explaining like he's been driving a certain type of way for a very long time. And this car just requires him to drive a different kind of way. Um, it's like old habits die hard in it. So,
Yep.
but he's figuring it out and he's learning as quickly as he can. And I think, yeah, today was testament to more of that learning. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. He said, this is what he said. He's like, Leclerc picks a strategy and sticks with it. Where whereas Lewis Hamilton will be the kind of person that has a strategy and changes things around. And yeah, basically, long story short, he has to adjust. And he's adjusting, and it's a beautiful thing to see him adjust. And yeah, man, he got driver of the day. I don't think he deserved it because we're going to talk about who I think did deserve it in a second. But um, yeah, to start at P9 and finish what P5 in this kind of race.
Hmm.
Yeah, shout out Ferrari for the pit stops. Um, but also shout out Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc for great driving. Yeah, they definitely showed up today. So that's big. That's big. Um, who we got next?
Red Bull Racing.
Where did they start? Where did they finish?
So they started at, what is this? Damn it, where's my tab? Oh, they started at P7 and P10.
So Max Verstappen was P7,
Yes.
Yuki Tsunoda was P10. I gotta
Hmm.
say, I probably said this last pod. I'm so happy for Yuki.
Me too.
I mean, like, because the last guy was P20 every time. So I'm gonna keep bringing it up. People forget Liam Lawson's not going this whole season without
He's
getting.
not gonna live it down. He's not gonna
He's
live it
not
down,
living it
guys.
down. So
No,
shout out Yuki Tsunoda for
he's
jumping
not
on
gonna
board.
live it down.
So last
Um,
minute.
they finished P6 and P9.
So they moved
Max,
up in place,
Yuki. Yes.
both of them. So Yuki moved up one position. Max Verstappen moved up one position as well. Um, Max Verstappen had the worst race as well. Like he had a terrible race. He was like he hated that hard. He was one of the first people to be vocal about the hard tire and it being not so good. Um, so that was really interesting.
Very
But
vocal.
Yuki, yeah, Yuki was just in the middle of it, innit?
Hmm.
He's one person that could have been compromised, you know what I mean, with like an overtake or like losing his front wing or in the same way that Carlos Sainz was car was compromised. Um there was a
Yeah,
point in
I
time,
was
I
thinking
think.
that was a little tap, and I look at the side of the
Yeah,
car. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God,
Yeah, the midfield battle is where it's at right now because
for real.
yeah, it's so tight in that midfield battle with Williams and you know what I mean? Even Red Bull, like Yuki in that second car, like it's real tight. So, yeah, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Trying to get the kid out my room.
I know. I could see. I could see that. Um, um, but yeah, Max Verstappen had a mare like
Yep,
changes. I think he went pit stop 4 times. I think the safety car also
the safety car. Hmm.
helped him out. But they both had a mare. Like we were just talking about their pit stops. And also there was a point in time where he was changing his tire and that front right was not coming off.
I feel
That
like
was,
that's a recurring theme for Red Bull. It's
is
like
it?
every season. I honestly feel like every season there's like something befalls them in the pit lane, and one of their tires, it's like it's hard to get
Mm,
off. I feel like that always happens.
yeah. Ironically though, in a weird kind of balancing out way, like Red Bull are known for being really quick in the pit stops. They're known for being super fast.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was kind of like surprised at that. Um, but hey ho. Yeah, shout out Red Bull for moving one place. I'm so glad to see Max Verstappen, do you know what I mean, not randomly dominating a race. It makes it exciting to me. Um,
But you know what? You know what I admire about him? He's not, the car isn't performing the way that, clearly he'd love,
mhm,
and he's not getting the results that clearly he would want, but he's
mhm.
very calm
He's a
and cool about it. He's
he's
very
yeah.
matter of fact, very like upbeat, very logical in his analysis of what,
Mhm.
needs to be done and how the race went. And I appreciate that. He's not like, oh, well, I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know. Like I wouldn't say calm and cool. Max Verstappen is calm. I would say logical, but he
logical.
has a thing about him that's like it's everything he says has a tinge of sass. It's like a little bit of just like a rat, like just like a kind of like I deserve everything. Do you know what I mean? Like everything he says is like even what he said about the McLarens, like if I was in that car, I'd dominate. It's like just
Sassy
little
Max Verstappen.
even when he was on the radio, he's like Norris is ahead of his you know what I mean? Like it's just a bit of a it's like I don't know. So like even though he does come off as quite logical and like do you know what I mean,
Mhm.
operating in lines, he has a thing about him that's really kind of like if it's not going my way, then there's something wrong. And that's just like I don't know. It's hard to support him, even though he's an amazing driver. It's hard to be like, come on, Max, for me. Because yeah, he's a bit of a dickhead, isn't it? It's in my opinion.
I like his sass. I don't know. I feel like he's
Yeah,
growing on
some
me a
people
lot
do.
more lately.
Some people
I don't
do.
know. I don't know. I can't call it, but
Yeah,
he is growing on me a lot.
yeah.
I think I'm out of the era now where I cannot identify one driver on the grid that I dislike. I just can't. There's nobody that I'm like, oh, I can't understand this.
Hey,
And I've
let's
been there.
can we talk about this really quickly?
Yeah.
One track we dislike. I've got three already.
Go ahead.
I got three already.
Go
And
ahead.
this might surprise you. I'll name the first two that are just obvious.
Hmm.
Max Verstappen,
Hmm.
Lance Stroll.
Hmm.
Those are the first two. The third one might surprise you. George Russell.
Why?
She just annoys me. It's not even like it's like he's just little thing that he does, little things he does that annoys me. And I think it started off when Lewis Hamilton was his teammate. See what I'm saying? Little things. I think I'm just like for whatever reason, even like in post-race interviews, you will see him like juggling the microphone. I'm like, this guy is just such a such a cornball. Such a corn, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what? I don't know. That's my thing with George Russell. It's not deep
I'm gonna
hate.
send you the video of when F1 was creating the intro, the 2025 intro.
Yeah,
And
I've seen that.
that you okay, so you've seen the part where George was doing his,
Yeah,
Superman pose.
that's
Now,
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
funny. F1 did him a disservice because he is not the only one that experimented with a pose. Because there were other drivers. I don't know if you watched it closely. There were other
No, I
drivers that were
didn't.
doing other shit. Like even Kimi Antonelli did the Usain Bolt lightning bolt thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, during
He
the
didn't
making
do
of
it.
it. But none of that was featured. And I remember sitting here thinking, like, F1 is setting his ass up.
That's crazy.
Because they used his creative one and used everybody else's standard flow.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, yo, this
that.
seems like a
Well,
setup.
I don't
Because
know.
he was not the only one that got somewhat creative with it, but his creative pose was the only one that was featured in the video. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is messed up.
So I gotta like, I don't not like George Russell, just to be clear. It's just like, it's just that he's kind of like the corny cousin.
Can I?
I mean,
He gives you Carlton Banks vibes.
it's just like, ugh. Do you know what I mean?
He
Like,
gives you Carlton Banks vibes. Like he's
and he's
Carlton.
really good as well. And it's like, I
Yeah.
wish he was a bit more cool. Like, I just wish you were like. Did you ever see? There's a video back in the day when Lewis Hamilton and George Russell like basically dressed each other. Uh,
Yes. And he
yeah,
dressed Lewis in his like cargo pants.
yeah. And I was like, ugh. And it was so interesting. Lewis Hamilton really tried to just like add some swag to this guy, and he was just like, ooh, he just had no flair. Like,
I thought
so,
that thing was so hilarious.
yeah, but
But,
you can't take anything away from his driving. He's a great driver, so I don't hate him. I just think Max Verstappen and Lance Stroll are like energetically kind of bratty, and I'm kind of like, ugh, do you know what I mean? And they're actually on both sides, they're on they're
opposite ends of the
opposite
spectrum.
ends of the spectrum in terms of like where they are on the track, but they have a similar energy of like this entitlement that kind of just irks me. Um, but anyway, that's my thoughts on Red Bull. Moving one place is good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So now we're Alpine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
Mhm.
say it though. I said Gasly ain't staying up there.
Yeah, you
I give
did.
him one lap.
You did say that. He qualified P4. His teammate qualified
P11?
P11, yes.
Yeah.
And Gasly finished P7 and his teammate P14.
So they both moved back 3 places.
Pretty much, yeah. Hmm.
Hey, whatever stimulus pack that Alpine team,
Somebody got to move.
yeah, I don't like. I'd be happy if I was Alpine. I'd be happy.
I agree.
I'd be very happy because no one was expecting Alpine to be that. Like how all of a sudden they've got. Wait, hold on, wait. Gasly finished a P7.
Hmm.
How much points is P7?
Good, good question.
Whatever
One
that
is
is,
10, three. Hold on.
that's all the points they got.
What is it? Three?
6.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so now Alpine have 6 points. Wow,
They went from 0 to 6. That's a good job.
that's a good job.
Hmm.
That's a job well done. Um, yeah, man, I'm not poo-pooing on that at all. Like Alpine were, I don't know, Jack Doohan, I don't know, but I don't know. I've just not been paying attention to, and that's one rookie. If you show me a picture of him, I'd be like, ah. I mean, like, that's one guy that I would be like, I would be unsure about.
To be
But
fair,
yeah,
he looks like he should be playing rugby though. Like when I look at him, I see a rugby player. I don't know why. Like his face just
he is
gives
quite
me,
slim though.
yeah, like he would be very effective on a rugby field. I don't know why.
Hold on, wait, Pierre, to remind me of Pierre Gasly's race. Do you remember anything specific about his race?
Other than he came P7. No, I don't remember nothing specific about it. I just remember the fact that
Yeah.
he got points. That was it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I can't.
I remember what happened.
It's like I was just looking at people passing. I wasn't really paying
Pretty much.
attention to this race. And
I
he
mean, he's considered a winner today because they got the points. So,
sure he was another one of those drivers that I think maybe started on a medium tire as well. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry for the Alpine fans and to Pierre Gasly and Jack. But yeah, man, when I saw him in P4, I was like, oh, this ain't gonna last long. But yeah, he
I
only
mean,
lost 3 places. It's not too bad.
he he could have gotten two more points if if he didn't get past on the last lap.
Yeah.
But that's what
Yeah.
happens when you are in front of Max Verstappen.
Yeah, there was no way. What the hell? He was in front of Norris, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, and those are the guys that passed him.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, well done. Well done. And actually, that was it. That's what I remember about it. Max Verstappen passed Pierre Gasly on the last lap.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like literally, he could have been in P6,
yeah. He could have gotten two more points if he did
which is
not.
incredible.
Yeah,
It's incredible that an Alpine was potentially holding back a Red Bull.
a Red Bull. Exactly.
Incredible. That's what I remember about it. Yeah, Pierre Gasly had an incredible race. Well done,
Hmm.
Pierre. I don't remember anything about Jack, but you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well done for Alpine. Just like I actually got to give him a hand. Alpine, you did your thing. Like that's
Ah,
incredible. Incredible. You got any thoughts on the Alpine vibes
I am excited that they finally are,
and the points?
in the points because
Yeah.
they were the only team after three races that had no points.
Yeah.
So now, they're in the mix and we can carry on for the rest of the season.
Yep, for sure. Let me see actually real quick. Let me see the team standings. Let me see the team standings. That's so funny. Yep, so now Alpine has the same points as Kick Sauber. It's crazy.
And there you
Yeah.
go.
They're 9th, 10th, but yeah. And 1 point away from the Racing Bulls as well. It's still early days. This is
It
really
is
interesting.
still very
Um,
early.
all right. So who we got next? Who in the starting grid? Who was next?
So now we move on to the Haas Ferrari team. Um, we got Haas qualified. Excuse me. Ocon P14
That's where
and
they
Behrman.
started in the
Yes,
grid, right?
yes, and Behrman P20. They
All right.
finished. Um,
Hold on. Say where they started again one more time. 14th and 20th.
yes,
Where did they finish?
10 and damn, what is that?
I think it's above.
8 and 10.
From
Ocon
40.
P8, Behrman P10.
So let me just say it right now. My driver of the day has to
Ollie
be
Behrman.
Oliver.
Okay.
Has to be. When he qualified P20, I was like, okay, let's just see what you get. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, you've had some good races, but you might have taken an L on this one.
Hmm.
The fact that he moved up 10 places is incredible.
It's incredible.
And his teammate, like, what? It's
It's
like
incredible.
I don't know what's happening with some of like with Alpine and with Haas, but I love it. I really do. And I think yeah, I think it was important that Ocon kind of like didn't
Hmm.
move back and end up behind Ollie Behrman because it makes the team look stronger. So yeah, gotta give Haas a hand too. Um, and for me, like a super like hats off to Ollie Behrman for I think in the first, if you watch the start of the race, Ollie Behrman made up 5 places in the
Hmm.
beginning, like from like the 5 lights out, he made up like 5 places.
I thought that was pretty
And
exceptional.
it was literally in the
I'm
middle.
not
Did
gonna
you
lie.
see it? It was like in the middle, like he went straight through the middle and it was just bold. Like for me,
He found a spot, he picked it, and he stuck to it.
I know they don't do rookie of the year, but do they do Rookie of the Year? I don't know if they do
Yep.
Rookie of the Year F1. But right now it's his to lose in terms of Rookie of the Year. He's doing a madness.
Yeah, they
Uh,
do recognize the Rookie of the Year.
they do.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think right now it's literally on Ollie Behrman to win that because I can't I yeah I'm super duper impressed with the way he's been racing. Um, and Esteban Ocon, another guy similar to Gasly, where I was watching everyone around him. I wasn't really watching Esteban Ocon. I never watched Esteban Ocon to be fair. Um, but clearly he had a good race. Clearly he had a good race. What's your thoughts on the house?
Um, Honestly, I did not see that coming. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I think I too was surprised when I saw at the end of the race that the driver of the day was Lewis because I was like, okay, I mean, we're
Yeah,
not gonna talk about Ollie, but all right, I guess.
yeah,
Um, and it did feel very strange saying that to myself, considering,
mm,
but it is what it is. Like, uh, Pete, come on, those are like Hamilton numbers. Those are like past Hamilton numbers, going from P20 to P10 uh,
yeah. In a Haas.
in a Haas. So,
Yeah,
congratulations. That's all I gotta say. I don't
yeah,
know how you did it, but keep it up.
yeah. It's incredible. Ollie
Hmm.
Behrman is. I'm telling you. I think I said he's probably going to end up in a bigger team in
Hmm.
years to come because he's proven himself a force to be reckoned with. I'm super impressed with, yeah, with that performance. It's incredible.
I
Uh,
agree.
who we got next? Who next?
So next we have
Racing Bulls?
Racing Red Bulls.
Yeah.
So we got Isaac Hajar.
hmm
Hold on. Yeah, P12. And then we got Liam Lawson, P17. That's where they qualified.
Wait, so hold on. Where did they qualify and where did they finish? One more time.
P12.
Okay.
And for Hajar, and then for Lawson, it was P17. They finished P13 and P16.
Okay. Okay. And wait, Isaac Hajar started where? P12.
Hmm.
And he finished
So he lost
P15.
a spot.
And okay. And where did Liam Lawson? Liam Lawson started 17 and gained a space, right? Gained a spot.
Yes, he gained a spot.
Okay. Well done, Liam Lawson, for gaining a spot. I think that's good.
Hmm.
But I mean, um,
I don't have much to say about this, to be
there's not
honest.
much to say about Liam Lawson. I will say this though, in terms of like the rookies, for me right now, the guy is Ollie Behrman, and then two and three close, like kind of like really close is between Isaac Hajar and Antonelli. It's like those two are like two, three
Hmm.
in terms of the rookies. Um, yeah, if I'm not forgetting anyone, am I forgetting someone? I don't think so. Yeah, that's my rookie list thus far. Isaac Hajar is I'm a fan of this guy, man. I
Me
think
too.
even though he lost the space today, it's one of those races, man. Like, yeah, the traffic, the tire degradation, the safety car. It's like anything can happen.
I agree.
Um, yeah, and you lost the space to what Alex Albon.
Hmm.
Like, that's not a bad person to lose. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Lose to. So yeah,
And
Oli-
Liam gained a space from Stroll. So
yeah, yeah.
mm.
I mean, there you go. There you go. Stroll needs to stroll out of freaking vacate that seat.
He's literally just taking a damn stroll. That's literally what
Yeah.
he's doing around the freaking track. He's taking a stroll. Lance Stroll is taking a stroll. There you go.
Red Red Bull, Racing Bull, whatever they had a tough day. If I
Hmm.
if I was a Honda anything, I'd
Very
be
good.
I'd be up. I wouldn't like Bahrain. Um So yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like, all that's left right now is what? Oh no. Did we leave out Williams? Oh no, we're doing them next.
We're doing the next, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, let's go straight to Williams then. So where did Williams start? 'Cause I know Albon finished 12th ahead of Isaac Hadjar, but where did Alex Albon start?
He started at P15,
Okay.
and Sainz started at P8.
Oh,
So
oh,
Sainz had the DNF,
yeah.
because he looked like a shark took a piece out of his car.
Who
And
took it? Who
then
took him out?
who was it? It was
Was
like
it Yuki?
I think so. I remember that it was a light tap. I was like, it's just a love tap. What was it? Who took him out? Hold on, let's see.
'Cause I remember seeing Liam Lawson had like a time penalty as well. I don't know if that was track limits. So much stuff happened in this race. It's so hard to keep track.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
I really don't know. I really can't remember. But whilst you're looking, I will say Alex Albon. I don't know what kind of black magic he's doing, but he refuses
He's not
to
gonna quit.
like, do you know what I mean, lose to his teammates. He is always up there.
He is not gonna quit. Let me tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
I do like him. I do like, and also it's kind of nice because he got cheated out of a space in qualifying because FIA were bargaining in terms of like making a decision um in time. Do you remember like because he didn't get to set a time in Q2 because they were like, no, you're out.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, shout out Alex Albon, man. That's another guy that's done well. He made up a lot of spaces, and commiserations to Carlos Sainz because that is that's that's tough. You never
It
want to be
is.
driving that long in that heat for anything. And
Yeah, it was Yuki's car
yeah,
that made contact.
I thought so. Yeah, Yuki's yeah. And did Yuki get penalized for that or nothing?
I don't think so.
Because I remember hearing Carlos Sainz say on the radio, it's like he should get a penalty for that. Um, so yeah, interesting. Interesting. Maybe it'll be a late one. Maybe it'll come up like, I don't know, some point next week. Damn. Carlos Sainz had been dealt a bad hand. He's had a bad stomach problem. He's been fined for missing the national anthem. Do you know what I mean? Had his car like destroyed by Yuki Tsunoda. If Yuki gets no penalty and this guy has to deal with a DNF, it's been tough. And he hasn't been loving that Williams car as well. He keeps getting, he's a great driver, but it's just like, I also remember seeing like Lewis Hamilton pass him as well. And he fended him off. That that situation between Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz, that was very close. Like I think Lewis passed him and then Carlos overtook him again. He
Yes,
was
it did.
reluctant to let him through because again, in the same way Lewis was watching Antonelli in his old car, Carlos Sainz was watching Lewis Hamilton in his old car. So very interesting race. This race was cold. This race was good. What you say?
So Yuki didn't get a penalty for that, but Carlos did.
What do you mean Carlos got a penalty?
According to Google, no, Yuki Tsunoda did not receive a penalty for the incident with Carlos Sainz at the 2025 Bahrain Grand Prix. Despite Sainz calling for the stewards to investigate, they later confirmed that no action would be taken against Tsunoda. Sainz did receive a penalty related to the incident, a 10-second penalty. So I don't know. I'm gonna need somebody to explain that to me.
After he got the like after he didn't finish.
He has a DNF, so I don't understand how that,
That
it don't make no sense.
that's bonkers. That is bonkers. Okay. Yeah. Tough day in office for Williams if your name is Carlos.
Yes, it is.
Um, but yeah, for Alex Albon, it's been a good day. It's been decent. I don't know. Williams is a weird team. Who we got next though?
So what is it? Kick Sauber? Let's see. We got
Is it
Williams. Just finish with Williams. Yeah. No, did we do Aston Martin? I mean, no, we didn't.
we haven't done Aston Martin, so it's Aston Martin and Kick Sauber, right?
Hmm. So
Um, we'll go with Aston Martin first, so I know Kick Sauber was behind him. Um, every,
P13 for Alonso qualifying and P19 for Stroll qualifying.
wait,
Quali
P13,
for
Alonso.
what's his name? Alonso?
He qualified
Yeah.
P13.
hmm That's what it says here.
Damn.
P13.
So he lost 2 spaces to the Alpines and the Racing Bulls, I'm assuming. Um, and Carlos and Lance Stroll, what, started in P19?
Yes. Finished P17.
Okay, well, he made some spaces.
Yeah, you had a DNF and a DQ. Of course he made some spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, oh my days. As much as I love Aston Martin, like if I could be driving an Aston Martin around, I would be the happiest guy in the world. But I don't know what it is about Aston Martin in Formula One. They are so trash. So trash. It's like so disheartening. And we were speaking about Fernando Alonso being a legend in the team, and but yeah, man, this is just they're at the back of the pack. It's not even worth talking about.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, man. Commiserations. No points today, Aston Martin. I hope you guys figure it out because I love your car, but this season and the previous seasons have not been working. Maybe you need a whole new. Maybe when the regulations change and you get rid of Lance Stroll, and then maybe something will figure itself out. But right now, it's just not working.
I mean, but he does have 10 points though.
Who?
Lance Stroll.
How was Lance Stroll got 10 points?
What do you mean how? Lance Stroll has 10 points and Alonso has 0 points.
Wait.
What
Let me
race
just
was
check
that?
this shit.
What race was it that Stroll got those 10 points? There was a race that he got 10 points. I do remember that.
He must have bought it. I don't see how
No,
that's.
it's about that damn.
How did he get? How the hell did he get 10 points?
Which one was that? I'm gonna tell you. Which race was it?
Yeah, let's go through the races because I do not see. I
I'm
shout
about
out
to
Lance
say.
Stroll, even though I
Was it
stated I don't
China?
like him earlier.
So he got 2 points in China,
Okay.
and then he had 8 points in Australia.
Ah, it was early on. So Japanese Grand Prix finished 20th. China, Lance Stroll finished 12th. 2 points. Okay, cool. And Australia, Lance Stroll finished 6th. Oh, wait, what?
hmm
Oh, that was the raining. It was when it
It
was
was
raining.
raining, you remember?
Damn, okay. Maybe I need to stop hating on Lance Stroll. I'm paying attention.
He got 10
Paying
points.
atten- I'm paying attention, okay.
He has 10 points more than Fernando Alonso.
Hold on,
Just
wait.
want to put that out there.
Hold on. Just to be clear. So Lance Stroll finished P6 in the Australian Grand Prix. That was the same
Mhm.
Grand Prix when they had one, two, three, four, five, six DNFs,
Yes.
and it was raining.
Yep.
And yeah,
hmm
but yeah, at least he finished P6. I mean, that's
He
better than
still
nothing.
finished P6.
Hamilton in that race finished P10.
P10.
Oscar
Exactly.
Piastri in that same race,
All
P9.
right. All
Leclerc,
right.
P8.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Pierre Gasly, 11th. Like, this is not one of those usual races, but
At
yeah,
some
I
point,
guess
he's going to be able to tell his grandkids, listen, I finished a race
ahead.
ahead of Lewis Hamilton
Yep.
and Nico Hulkenberg and Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri and
No,
Pierre,
well
like
done.
literally.
Yeah, it's just that I mean, yeah. All right, cool. He's got 10 points, but let's do the history. Let's do the history and see how and why. Yeah, it will make sense when you have a look in it. You check it. And yeah, lastly, what we got? We got Kick Sauber.
Big Alba.
Yeah, they
They
need to kick rocks.
qualified. They qualified P16 and P18 with Hulkenberg and Bortoleto,
They
and they
qualified where?
finished. They qualified P16 and P18.
16 is not too bad though.
No, they Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad considering it's in the kick Saba. It's not bad. But
It's not bad, but
then you get disqualified and your teammate is P18, which is, you know, the last
all right, let me just
spot.
double check this real quick because I gotta see it for myself. I gotta see this thing. Kick Sauber, Bortoleto, the most unfortunate rookie right now because he's in the Kick Rocks team.
Pretty much.
Um, I do like Nico Hulkenberg. What? Oh, I see. You know what? I actually want to see because for those that don't know, Nico Hulkenberg was disqualified for the same thing that um, Hamilton was
Was
disqualified
Hamilton.
for. The skid block was worn beyond regulated, yeah, allocated, whatever. Where um, so that was announced after the race. But where did he actually finish before the disqualification? Is what I'm curious now. They'll never show you that though.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's crazy. He might have been like 16th or something, to be fair. Nico Hulkenberg, man, you got dealt a bad hand. I'm so sorry, man.
Mm-hmm.
Got dealt a bad hand. And
Oh shit. 13th.
yeah. And Bortoleto, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's tough to
The
swallow.
kicks
13th to
Sauber
DQ.
team. Say again?
13th to a disqualification is kind of tough to swallow.
I
I
don't
mean, it's
know.
not like you're getting points anyway, so I guess
Yeah, they ain't getting
the
nine
gap
anyway, but
is-
it's just like, what do you do as a rookie when you're in the crappiest team? What do you do? I'm sure Bortoleto is a good driver, but we're never going to see it until he's part of a good team or until kicks Sauber, you know what I mean, kicks into gear. Um, yeah, I don't know. Not much to say. I think that, I mean, they got some real nice guys in their team,
Mhm.
but the team itself, I don't know. They're just having a complete mare. But I will say this to kind of summarize, this Grand Prix was the best Grand Prix thus far,
That's far, yeah. I
in my
agree.
opinion. So
I
yeah,
definitely agree. Yep.
bring on bring on Saudi Arabia. I hope
Yeah.
it's as exciting. And yeah, hopefully hopefully we'll figure out how to go on YouTube live. We got to do
Listen,
we got to do some research, but
goal for Jeddah. Go live.
yeah, which should be cool.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, what a Grand Prix, man. Well done, everyone. Um, yeah. You got anything else? Any closing messages?
I'm good. Watch, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Benny Rochelle reacts to all things Formula One. And yeah, please do subscribe because we talking that talk right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yes, we
Um,
are. We don't know everything, but we know a lot of it. A little
we know
bit
a
of a
lot.
lot.
We know a
Mhm.
little bit about a lot.
Exactly. All
So
right.
I'm going to bed. I've got a flight to catch. I'm tired.
Yes, sir. Safe flight
Yeah. And I'll see you next week. We go
next
again.
week.